Hey everybody, Lazy Man here with the first video of my Road King rebuild series. And of course today we're working on a 2004 Road King. This belongs to my friend Jess Sellers. He had a motorcycle accident about a month ago. He was riding around Clarksville, went around a switchback turn, and he went down, went face first into the concrete or asphalt, wasn't wearing a helmet, and he got hurt pretty bad. His bike didn't get messed up as bad, but it still needs a little bit of work. And thankfully it's all cosmetic, it's all replaceable, and so it shouldn't be too bad to fix. Now I've already got most of the parts in, so you can just jump right into it. Today we're going to replace the running lights on the front. I already got one of them popped off just to kind of see how the wiring and stuff is ran. Never worked on one of these before, so this is going to be an interesting little endeavor. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to undo the screw underneath the headlight, and that should allow us to remove the headlight ring, the headlight housing, and all of the wires and all of the connectors should be inside here. With that, we should be able to unplug the light bar and then start working on removing these two bolts and two on the other side, same position, all that. And that should allow us to completely remove the whole light bar system. Hopefully it's that easy. Alright, so removing the headlight, and now we have all of our wires. Get that in the picture there. So many wires. Did not realize it was wide open in the back. Huh, the more you know. Alright, with that being said, you should be able to find these wires pretty easily. Pretty easily. Okay, maybe not so easily. There they are. There we go. Alright. Okay. Trick is unplugging. There we go. Ta-da. So if you're doing this at home, you're looking for a very wide plug with blue, purple, black, you know, all that. Alright, so next thing we want to do is take off the side bolts that we were talking about and see if we can't pull this whole dude out of here. So let's get these off and work on the other side. Okay, so genius me forgot to record what I was doing, and come to find out, really the proper way to get the wiring out is to completely take off the, oh gee, I forgot what this is called. Basically the chrome housing, the whole works. So what I did there is I pulled the bushings off the side right here. Took off the ignition cap, the spear on the front. There is 2 screws on the inside. One of them I was able to get off with my hand with the 5/16 socket. The other one I was able to reach in there and hold it with my finger and unscrew the had a Phillips head screw. The other one did not. It was just a bolt going through it. So I did that, took this cover off, exposed the handlebar mounts, ignition, and I took the outer ring off right here. It's your adjustment ring. I took all of that off in order to get this to split apart. And so far it's been pretty easy. I just forgot to, forgot to record everything. So I'm going to pop this other side off, and that should expose all of the wiring, and it should allow us to remove our running lights. The switches for the running lights, they just unplug. They've got their own plug on there, so it's not a big deal. Yep, here we are. Gotta run this. Who in the world did that? Alright, so it looks like we have to unplug the front lamp. Run it back there so we can get this thing out. Not a big deal. And just like that, we have our running lights, passing lamps, auxiliary lights, whatever you want to call them. There she is. Alright, so I'm going to take this apart and inspect it. It might be repairable. If not, I've got another one over here. It just needs to be cleaned up that we can put in its place. But I figure while I'm here, I can clean up a lot of the wires, make sure there are no broken cables or anything. I mean, this bike has been very well taken care of. It has very low miles, but time can wear things down very easily. So we'll make sure everything is tight and everything is good, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so I had to call it quits yesterday. It was getting late, getting cold, and me and my wife were about to go out for the night. But now I'm back at it. Sorry if I say that again. Getting back at it. Anyway, so here I am, putting the nacelle back on. And this is going to be kind of complicated because the way it had to come off and the way it's going back on is, it's going to be tricky. Everything's tricky on this thing. I don't know. I'm tired. I don't know if you can tell. So at this point, you just want to take your time. Just do everything. Make sure you do everything carefully, because this being in 2 halves, they have to line up right, and you really need an extra set of hands. But I don't. I just have these 2. 1, 2. So I'll get to work, and hopefully y'all can see everything you'll need to. Shove all this wiring back in here. Most of it. put all of this back together, ran one of the wires through this. Sure looks good. That plate is. Bingo. This is going to be the fun part, because this wiring has to go through the split into the cell. Get my phone back on the fender so I don't scratch it. It's working. The turn signals work. Okay, so I kind of jumped ahead a bit. Figured out why I turned the lights on after I got everything hooked up, got the nacelle put back together. Once again, I forgot to record it. I'm not used to doing this, but got the nacelle back together, plugged everything in. Couldn't get any lights to come on. No fog lights, no headlights. The fingertip light worked, and the turn signals work. So I know the wiring from here to here was good, but the headlights and the fog lights wouldn't work. Well, traced the wiring down, and it looks like the headlight is coupled into the fog lights, because if you have high beam on, it kills the fog lights. So it was somewhere in that connection. Well, dummy me, I couldn't figure out what was going on. I looked at wiring diagrams, tracked everything down. One thing I didn't check was the fuse box. Pulled the headlight fuse out, and sure enough, it was blown, like bad blown. So don't know what happened. but get everything back together. Fog lights work, high beams work, turn the high beams on, hit the fog lights turn off. Yeah, tighten that up a bit. But everything on it works. So my next thing I'm going to do is I've already got the headlight plugged back in. I've got to put the spear and stuff back on the nacelle, get all that tightened down. Then after that, this should be done. And that'll be it for this first episode. So let's get that put back on and wrap it up. Okay, got the spear back on, this cell is back on. Get the headlight back in. Then when this screws in, it pushes everything else out. Now we'll look up and see if this is actually the way it's supposed to go on. Because it's not wanting to sit flush. But just crank everything on when I turn it on. Let's see how the lights work. Alright. And now if I hit the high beams. Yep, everything works. Alright guys, and that is the first episode, even though it took 2 days. But I digress. First episode of this rebuild series. Next thing I've got in line, if I haven't checked to see if it actually matches up, it should. Had some really good reviews when I bought it. But is the engine guard. They got scratched, they're bent, and usually once they get bent, you don't want to try and bend them back because then they're just not good to be used, in case something happens again. So we're going to replace those, and once we get the bag guards, the basically like engine guards but for the saddlebags, once those come in, that'll be the third thing that we do. But until then, until next time, it's the Lazy Man signing out.